mobility with this combo they've found themselves.
With the taunt already towards Hyana, ignited one, he takes the flash away, exhaust comes down, Hyana with a heal. And Spice go incredibly aggressive early on. We did get the stun off, but
away from a skill matchup into a, oh, this is Fiora, and she pretty much kills everyone. Now G2 looking for a gank and bot.
Jumping on towards the center, suppression on Korba, once again overextended and taken out by Hyana. And first blood goes to G2, and they're not done yet. Chasing on to Kasane, great dodge on the winter spike, but the exhaust comes out. Jankos, that we also discussed.
The mid lane here, Odo looking for a row.
Perks flashes early, Odo flashes in. There's the Hexa ultimatum as well, and Perks is caught underneath the tower. The taunt, the miasma, no place to go for Perks, he's dead. Here come the rest of G2 though, Xerxes is going to join in as well. Wunder teleported in, with Dig down towards the bottom. Cannon is going to just rain hell upon the faces of Spice. Kobe flashes in, can't quite kill Wunder, needs to target the enemy AD carry because at the moment G2 are doing absolute work in this fight. With Dig flashes away, the Glacial Fissure stops Kobe as well, but the deadly flourish will connect. Xerxes with a pillar will clean up the brawl.
So it ends.
Using his early lead to get a kill.
Yeah, so the pings come out, Perks flashes very early again, showing the respect, and then you have the Shenalt plus Camilo to lock him in place. And there's not really a huge amount the Fiora can do. Also, no, Trundle gets here first, but one day he's not afraid to commit. He knows he has the rest of the team collapsing in. Odo gets shut down, and you think at this point, oh, G2 can win the fight, but Jankos doesn't really have the damage. Hyana doesn't really want to stick in the middle of 3 members, and that forces G2 to disengage. Good ulti there from Wadid. I feel like he would have gotten out here if it weren't for the deadly flourish from Corbett, and that means it ends up being a 2 for 2. So honestly,
some time to figure himself out. The realm was going to be used here in the top lane. Jankos and Perks looking for a fight. Turn around by Niski is available. Teleports coming in, both from Stand United as well. Straight on towards Odoamne. There's a Hexagon of Yarn in from the side though, and already Odoamne just burst down. Look at the fight from Splice. They engage in too many directions and they lose 2 members incredibly quickly. Perks is going to chase down Xerxes. G2 just totally destroys Splice.
And now Corbett and Niski are the only 2 alive. Can they get a pick onto Wunder?
Headline gaze was used, doesn't connect, but Wunder is so low. Niski with the bang sinks him in. Curtain Call comes out as well. Yeah, that river control so important for G2.
Yeah, keep your eyes on the mini-map right now, because what happens in the top is less relevant to how quickly the rest of the team gets hit. Jankos doesn't respect the fact that the Shen ulti comes in as Camille is teleporting. Just at the right time, he's able to lock up Jankos, but then look, Hyana and Wadid arrive way before the Jhin does. He hasn't even ulted in this fight yet. It is a 4v5, simply due to the fact that Splice were not expecting a full 5v5 commitment here. They end up losing 3 members, and the only reason why Splice is able to get something back is because they punish Wunder. He should have cleared this wave and backed. Instead, he greeds and he gets punished.
And he does, but you can see, like, Niski and Kobe still have their ultimates available. They were not in that fight at all.
The Drake, he's not going to get here in time.
No, he's not, but Niski isn't there either. They're going to try and engage onto Jankos. Hexagon Maiden comes down with the Glacial Fissure, but the root is strong, and Jankos will fall. Going towards the Haunting guys, Neandries as well.
Okay, so what's
so strong. Odo's going to try and trade onto Wunder. The Triforce into Ravenous Hydra from Wunder is very strong. The dodge on the tactical sweep, but here comes Xerxes. Wunder using the movement speed to jump away. Not quite sure what Odoamne was doing there, but the Stand United will eventually come down. Wunder dodging and diving away. The riposte trying to jump away, but here comes Odo, and eventually Wunder will fall. So will damage for G2.
Oh, Wunder.
The Gangplank one, maybe you could say,
but just look at how this is played out, right? So Wunder takes a lot of damage initially, but now everything is on cooldown from Odo, so Wunder can go for the re-engage. He gets a bit of lifesteal off thanks to the Ravenous Hydra, along with popping the passive. He's so close to killing Odo, who hugs the wall to prevent the final true damage proc from being used. And then if he could have sidestepped that stun, maybe he could have turned it around. But while that whole situation... Ooh, looking for a bit of a pick here onto Wunder.
Wunder does riposte and flashes away, but the jump onto Jankos is big. The impale on Odo, and Splice just don't want the fight because Perks has the flank here. Splice getting caught out. The King has caught them in the midst of the mid lane. Niski finally joins the fray. The stun on towards Xerxes will lock him down. He just about gets away. Great petrifying games from Niski though as he tries to turn this fight around. He can't do it, and G2 will re-engage. Brother be brother, man be man. This is no time for friendship, no time for mercy. Doesn't matter if you played with them before, you need to win this fight. They jump onto Jankos, the petrifying gaze stunts G2 in their spot, but Yanin is still alive. Watch this AD carry jump around the fight. He flashes the wall, he's getting onto Kobe. The curtain call is
That's a double.
He's dead. Yanin jumps forward looking for the triple him as well. Perks takes it away. The carries of G2 do absolute work and shred through Splice.
Niski tries so hard.
Splice have turned it around. Watch this fight again.
So keep your eyes on Niski, because Jankos goes in trying to lock down the AD carry, but it's the wrong carry that they need to focus in on. Kobe gets the kill onto Jankos, but then it's when Hyanan joins the fight. You think at first, oh no, this is going to end in disaster, but Perks is doing work in the 3 versus 3. Hyanan gets the kill on the opposite AD carry, and then when he rejoins, it becomes an easy cleanup. And now they're rushing down the Baron.
And they will secure it. G2's second Baron of the game. And they will take the mid lane inhibitor, Odo. Possibility of a flank here. Hyanan's going to jump away. The Glacial Fissure used as well. Meanwhile, Perks can just try and rotate down towards this bottom side. Odo jumps in. The deadly blow is the root. The Hexagon Ultimatum is a lot of damage onto Perks, and the King is dead. And now G2 have to try and retreat from this because the bangs are sinking in from Splice.
Hyanan brings tenfold, and we'll be able to see it in the next few moments. So Perks, he gets a lot of damage down to Kasing. The ult being whiffed by Wadid really does hurt them in the following fight as Odo then commits. The chain CC spreads everyone apart, allows him to focus down the frontline Rise. But then notice how hard it is for Wunder to really get onto the backline, because Niski positions in a way that's constantly threatening him. And he just really struggles to get onto the low mobility Jhin.
Now he'll realize it's being done. The curtain call comes up as well, but just looking to steal it away. Doesn't quite get it.
Here comes Perks on the flank.
Very close. Perks on the flank, but the miasma is going to ground him in place. Look at the damage, though. It's all going to land onto Niski, and G2 are just going to clean this one up. They get 2. They're looking for Kasing as well. Hyanan with the leap forward. G2 get the kills. A double for Wunder, and that should be the game.
No one is standing in G2's way anymore. Perks gives his life for his team, and it should be worth it. Elder Drake, 4 members alive. G2 have the series in their eyes.
Splice thought they could take down the Kings, but when you cover the Kings, you best not miss, because G2 will eat you alive, and that's exactly what they've done in this series. The 3-1 curse remains on G2. Jankos is going to finals. G2 are going to finals. Odo is going back into the jungle because he can't do anything here at all. The G2 dynasty continues as they make their 5th final in a row.
The elation on G2's face as they secure their 5th final in a row. Perks continues his own legacy of failing to miss a final. What a way to do it. 3-1 to G2. Splice, they showed their team fighting prowess in game 1, but then for the following games, they just could not compete with the improvements that G2 have made. They came in prepared, they came in ready, and they secured their spot in the finals.
Superb stuff from G2. Splice, a story of improvement across the course of the split, but not quite enough when it came to this best of 5. And I think if you're Fnatic and Vitality looking at this G2 lineup, you're worried for finals now, because G2 looks strong in those final 3 games.
Well, we're yet to see what Fnatic or Vitality will bring out in tomorrow's semi-final. But of course, Splice, they will still be playing in that 3rd place match. Still important in that it's a spot at Rift Rivals, while also being a spot, or you're fighting for points to try and contribute to that Worlds participation at the end of the year. But for G2, they're on track to try and secure themselves their 5th EU LCS title in a row. Jankos finally makes it to his 1st EU LCS final. You can see the happiness, but also the relief on his face as he is finally able to make it. And I'm sure many fans are happy because Jankos has a lot of fans. And for a long time, he's been praised as being the best jungler in Europe. He's an individual that is very fun to be around. He's a very happy-go-lucky guy. And he is finally